Hi everybody, and welcome to another Channel 8 sports presentation. Tonight from East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, it is girls basketball as East Brunswick hosts Woodbridge in a Greater Middlesex Conference Red Division game. Hi, Jimmy Allinder here with Phil Hill. And Phil, East Brunswick coming in with a 15-2 record, going up against Woodbridge 8-9. It seems like every time at this point, every point of the year, okay, we're in the middle of February.
Right.
East Brunswick always has the same record, okay?
Right.
What does this game mean to them tonight?
The truth of the matter doesn't mean a whole lot. They have already secured the number 2 seed for the state tournament. They'll probably get the number 1 seed for the county tournament. And if anything, the truth of the matter is this will be a warm-up for a big game that is coming up on Sunday when they go down to Egg Harbor to play number 2 in the state, St. John Vianney. So you can expect a lot of players to get playing time tonight. Rita Saylor, the coach for Woodbridge, said, listen, our problem is trying to handle East Brunswick's pressure. She said the only thing in trying to prepare for it, we don't have East Brunswick players. So it's going to be a very, very tough night for Woodbridge tonight. And for the Bears, it's going to be an opportunity for them to loosen up and get ready for Sunday's game against St. John Vianney.
Okay, and this, of course, is senior night. This is East Brunswick's last regularly scheduled season game. Let's talk about some of the seniors that have really made this East Brunswick program go.
Well, probably, first of all, you got to talk about the player of the week just named today by the North Star Ledger, the state's largest newspaper, Megan O'Neill, who had a monster game against Downingtown of Pennsylvania, a 2-time Group 4A champ and defending 4A champ, and she just did everything. 26 points. I think she had something like 11 rebounds, 3 out of 4 threes, and 4 assists on top of that. Megan's coming around just the time that you really want her to come around. She's playing well. Stacy Kohler has probably been the steadiest player of all for the Bears. In the big game, she's played big. Great defense, great off the defensive and offensive boards, and she's been a constant force all year. The other seniors have been steady.
Susan Firestone
has been steady as the day is long as well. Susan Firestone doesn't get a lot of the limelight or a lot of the glory all the time, but without her, they don't click as well. So the seniors have really been solid.
And of course, there's the cast of Jess Olszewski, just to name one. Quite a team for East Brunswick this year. They're looking to go far as usual. They don't have Piscataway to deal with, which is quite fortunate this year. We'll talk about that as we go along tonight. But right now we're going to take a break. It's East Brunswick versus Woodbridge. We'll be back with the tip-off after this. All right, before we have the tip-off for tonight's game, since this is the last regular season game for the East Brunswick girls here at the gymnasium, the senior basketball members are going to be honored. And so we wait on that.
Tonight we will honor our senior girls basketball team members and their parents.
As you know, the cheerleaders were honored along with the boys seniors on Tuesday night.
With many enjoyable memories over the years. They will surely be missed, and we wish them much success in their future.
You see a shot of the cheerleaders as they form a line.
Morgan, Baylog, and parents Rich and Lisa.
Okay, up top is Morgan Baylog and her parents Rich and Lisa. By the way, we mentioned Susan Firestone, Stacy Kohler, and Megan O'Neill as 3 of the seniors. These seniors that are mentioned right here have just been, they played an important role as well.
Baylogs are fine people, too, I want to tell you, good friends.
Yeah, Susan Firestone and her parents Howard and Mary Ellen. Pictures as you see.
And parents Bob and Janet.
Vicki Fisher.
And Vicki Fisher, again, has been another one of those steady seniors that has contributed, Jim.
Okay, and that's her parents Bob and Janet. Stacy Kohler and her parents, Tom and Carol.
That's
and one of the fine basketball players for East Brunswick and its rich history is Megan O'Neill.
I'll tell you,
and parents Mike and Betty.
Seems like she's been here forever.
Yep. And she's going to Columbia next year, Phil?
Columbia, yes.
Terrific. And Kelly Suchawicki and her parents, Walter and Betty Ann.
And Kelly, again, just a valuable contributor to this Bear team. Very quick.
And I will add that the parents of each one of these players, and I'll tell you what a wonderful job they have done raising these girls, because to combine the athletic excellence that's required,
That's right.
to reach this level and maintain their academic standard is just, it really reflects the parents as well.
I'll tell you, nice touch with the flowers and the balloons over here from the underclassmen, bringing them to the seniors.
It's a real special moment here at East Brunswick. And those were given by the underclassmen. All right, I think we'll take a break and we'll be back with the tip-off right after this. All right, we are back at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, where the Bears, with a 15-2 record, will take on 8-9 Woodbridge. Mr. Hill, we had handed to us the seedings and the brackets for the Central Jersey Group 4 boys and girls basketball tournaments. And guess who East Brunswick girls are going to take on in their first opponent?
Amazingly, Piscataway. Hard to believe. They get a bye the first round, and Piscataway plays Edison, and so they'll get to see Piscataway right away.
You know what? I've got to say something, however.
Go ahead.
Edison did beat Piscataway in a major upset early in the season. I don't see it happening. Don't see it happening.
Some of the starters here for the Woodbridge: Kelly Gladys, Kaomi Harris, Denise Fairman, Kathy Bolkowski, and Kelly Fuchs. For the Rams, Megan O'Neill, Susan Firestone, Stacy Kohler, Vicky
Fisher? No, not Vicky Fisher.
Excuse me, Olszewski,
Yeah.
and Suchawicki.
Okay. And we have the tip. And let's see, are they going to do it again? All right. Olszewski, Kohler, Firestone, O'Neill, and Whalen. And that's Whalen, freshman starter. O'Neill from the outside. Nothing. However, Olszewski's there to take the rebound. It goes over her. They battle. Whalen picks it up inside to Kohler by herself. Won't go. Tapped around, and they say off Olszewski, and Woodbridge will take over.
Three shots off the offensive boards. None of them went down for the Bears.
Exactly. The familiar full court pressure already almost causes a turnover. Woodbridge inbounds, gets it. Goes over everything, so we have a turnover. And I'll tell you what, if I could keep track of the turnovers, we will be in double figures before the end of this first quarter. The pressure is that tough. Sue Firestone, the point guard. Olszewski. Just a tough team that is well oiled. Liz Whalen.
Olszewski with the rebound.
Good pass inside to Kohler. However, tapped away and taken away. This is number 22, Kelly Gladys. Bounce pass to Tanis Fairman. Ball's out of bounds. And it's a turnover once more.
And I'd say the Bears don't look too focused
They've got
at this early stage.
Quite excusable. Best thing is,
I'll tell you,
little
Barons with that 2-1-2 zone and not playing bad defense.
now you say this team knocked off Stevens the last time they played?
Well, yeah, no big feat.
I understand. That's a shot by number 30, Kelly Fuchs. Tapped around. Thought I saw a foul there. However, they didn't call it.
The officials are letting them play. I like it.
Wish they did that with the guys the other night. Pass to Kohler, goes off her hands. And Woodbridge will inbounds. The familiar pressure. There's a turnover. Woodbridge is going to have an incredible amount of difficulty with this. Firestone from the three-point won't go. O'Neill, nice rebound. Firestone, bounce pass. Kohler open underneath.
Harris at the block.
And picked up by number 12, Fairman. This is Gladys. Fairman inside to number 32. That's Harris. Passed away. It was errant. Turnover.
And nearly 2 minutes gone, no one to score, Jim.
Bill, best thing East Brunswick can do is get their points, get this game out of reach real quickly, and let the subs play the game. Good movement. Whalen. Rebound. Tapped around. Gonna have it tied up. Possession arrow is to Woodbridge.
And Jim, you think they're thinking about St. John Vianney?
I have to believe that. I mean, it is, it's next to impossible to not think ahead, to just take this team very, very lightly. And we have a possible breakaway, number 32. Nice block by Suchawicki. A Firestone that was. However, they get it back. Bounced around. Gonna have a tie-up? No. Nice pass to Kohler, who's by herself. And she's wrecked.
She is.
By Harris.
And Harris did the job of stopping her for the easy layup.
Stacy Kohler, one of the seniors that Phil talked about up top.
And just has been a real solid player, Stacy Kohler, Jim. Stacy coming off a 14-point, 13-rebound game against Downingtown, Pennsylvania, and a 15-point effort against Old Bridge. She's really been the steady one.
Makes the first shot to give East Brunswick a 1-0 lead. And bounces around, doesn't go. And Gladys comes up with it. Pass down court. It's picked up by 30 Fuchs, who's guarded by Firestone. Double team now. Bounced around. Up with it comes Gladys. Won't go. Another shot won't go by Harris. Excuse me, that was not Harris. That was Fairman. And Oshesky comes up with it. O'Neill drives inside, puts it up and in, and is fouled.
Megan O'Neill, first two of the night. And I'll tell you, take a look at Megan O'Neill, and to be named the Player of the Week by the North Star Ledger is quite an honor, Jimmy. And I found out that Megan has been playing all year with tired leg problems, and I'm not surprised. As I mentioned before, if you're on that hardwood for volleyball, you're playing AAU ball, and then you got to play the regular season too, all on the hardwood. It takes its toll on your legs. She seems to be coming out of it.
We have a foul picked up by Whalen, her first. And Woodbridge will inbounds. They trail 4-0. There's a pass to Harris. Another foul call.
Officials letting them play, Jim, though. And that's on Firestone, just their first foul.
Gladys reaches to Harris. Double teamed. Gladys, excuse me, this is Fuchs. Harris thought she was fouled. Fuchs comes up with it. And Fairman now takes a couple dribbles inside, taken away by Whalen. She is by herself. She has eyes for the basket.
I'll tell you, the thing about Liz Whalen, she didn't waver. She went straight up the court to the basket, Jim.
Exactly, and with that basket, we have a timeout. The score is 6-0. And let's listen in on Reggie Carney.
You need to relax a little. I know, just listen. On offense, right, you're going through things at slow-mo, and you have no spacing whatsoever, okay? So just try and spread out a little bit. Again, you got to run through your stuff sharp. All right, the obvious out for you just got to lob it a little bit further. But down here, again, right, we're just too jammed up. Get the spacing here. Again, a little bit more ball moving than go. Now, in the press, we're fine, and down this end, right, just make sure you're boxing out. When they do get a shot up, they are getting the rebound. So take that away. Come on, let's go.
Well, you heard Reggie with the slight laughter, laughing at his own team. He says, listen, we got to relax a little bit. He talked about their spacing. They're getting jammed up there, and they got to space better. And lastly, he talked about the necessity of them boxing out. But he knows, not concerned, not laughing at Woodbridge, but sort of laughing at his own team because he knows they're not really focused.
Well, they're pitching a shutout so far with 4:10 left. And with this defense, it makes it tough. However, Fairman gets ahead of the field and puts the first 2 on the board for Woodbridge at 6-2. Whalen, who is becoming more of a factor with this team. Shesky gives to Whalen at the top of the key. Drives inside. Passes to O'Neal. Shesky's open underneath. Grabs it. Makes a nice grab on that, by the way.
I'll tell you, good look by O'Neal.
Good pass, but it took a good catch by Shesky, and she gets her first 2. 8-2 is the score. 3:35. This is Bukowski to Gladys. They spread out nicely here. Bukowski to Gladys. Takes a long shot. Won't go. Rebound by Fairman, and they call a foul on Oshesky.
And Fairman will go to the line to shoot 2.
Oshesky picks up her first foul.
You're looking at Tanise Fairman, a track star for the for Woodbridge, and she also coming off a 6-point performance against Stevens.
This is her first. 3 substitutions for East Brunswick. That is number 24, Suchawicki. We see number 33 in there, Morgan Baylog, and number 30, Vicky Fisher, the 3 other seniors on this team.
Okay.
Fairman with the second shot. Bounces off the rim. Oshesky down with the rebound. And there's 2 on the flank here. Actually, another one right there. That's Fisher. O'Neal. I'd like to see her. Nice pass inside. I'd like to see O'Neal with some outside threes, Phil.
Well, she has the all-around game. She can do practically what she wants to do.
Inside pass. Oshesky tips it. And it'll be called a backcourt. You would think.
Harris showing good speed, but lost the ball.
Bounce pass inside to O'Neal.
She stripped.
Woodbridge comes down. Why was that not a backcourt play right there? I don't understand. Okay.
Maybe like the college.
In the corner is Fuchs. That's a bad matchup for Woodbridge right there. Fuchs and O'Neal. There you see it. And as a travel, Megan O'Neal, really one of the premier players in the area. Offensively, defensively, she does it all. And now she's playing guard. Takes it strong to the hoop. They just cleared out the side for her, Phil. That foul is on Bukowski. .210 left to go in the first period. It is 8-2 in favor of East Brunswick.
Megan just a 50% free throw shooter.
Makes the first. I'll tell you what, though, I'd like to have her on the line in a tough situation. 9-2 is the score. After O'Neal converts the first, she will have a second. And it goes in. And it's 10-2.
Full court pressure by the Bears.
Looking to put it in. She lost it. That was number 33, Markowitz.
And you know it's just a matter of time before the pressure will take over.
Inbounds to O'Neal. All right. Spreading it out. Inside, O'Neal, and foul. Okay, who is this foul on?
And O'Neal, in addition to her 26 points against Downingtown, had 18 points against Piscataway, which they'll most likely meet in the second round of the states.
Right. 12-2 is the score. In for Woodbridge is number 15, and that is Lisa Miller, who looks to have a dubious job of trying to run this attack. It's stolen. Pushing in ahead is Suchawicki. O'Neal. Outside to Baylog.
And the Barons have gone man-to-man defense right now, Jim.
Which will suit East Brunswick just fine. Because now they'll work the inside zone. Looking for the open player. Just excellent ball movement by the Bears. Such a wiki. Right to the basket.
I'll tell you, good drive and able to draw the foul. Foul called by the official, Pam Burke.
Kelly Suchawicki, 5'5", senior guard. That foul is on Miller, her first. And foul shot will not go. Kelly will have another one. Here comes Megan O'Neal. Out for a brief rest. And Kelly misses the second. All right, another new face. That's Allison Gohau.
Trapping defense.
And they're going to call
traveled.
traveling on the part of Harris. Phil, it is, just being honest, it's woefully apparent that Woodbridge is just outmatched physically and just skill-wise.
Well, I think they pretty much knew that coming into the game, but they still had to play the game, and they just want to improve. I talked to Rita Saylor, and she thought her team was getting better each week. She knew this would be a very much tough match for her team.
Foul called.
And that's Firestone on the reach-in.
That is Gocal, Allison Gocal, a 5'6" senior guard.
And also a softball player for the Barons.
Okay, she will have 2 shots. 24 seconds left to go in the first period. Is 12-2 in favor of East Brunswick over this Woodbridge team. Shot goes in, makes it 12-3. Baylog penetrates, and she will draw the blocking foul, but however, that was the 7th-team foul, so we have a 1-on-1 situation here. It is a 1-on-1. Wasn't that the 7th-team foul?
No, 6th, Jim.
6th, okay, I apologize. And Suchawicki puts it up.
Again, the pressure's on by the Bears.
Here we go. Nice steal by Kohler. And she's fouled by Fairman. Excuse me, that's Harris.
And Harris did attempt a good sportsmanship to go over and pick Kohler up.
That's the second time she's lashed out on Stacy Kohler. So no cheap fouls by Kiyomi Harris. Kohler will go to the line shooting 2 with 3 seconds left. And misses.
And again, Kohler with 13 rebounds against Downingtown, Pennsylvania. 13. Oof.
Look at this. Oh, won't go. And they don't get it off in time. And that is the end of the first quarter of play. East Brunswick with a comfortable 14-3 lead. And quite frankly, I don't know what Reggie Carney can say in this huddle, but we will nonetheless listen in anyway.
No.
The only real alarming news is once they get through this press, you're not playing any half-court defense like you've been awesome the last 3 weeks. All you're doing is reaching in and trying to steal balls. So all you're doing in reality is getting bad habits. Down here, just need to get doing what you're supposed to be doing. But down this end, you're not playing defense, you're trying to steal the ball. And there's a big difference. You're not moving your feet, or you're moving your feet to a point, then you're just reaching in and trying to get it. So again, play defense. Don't change good habits right now. Just play solid defense. Let's go, come on. Bears, 1, 2, 3, Bears.
Okay, Jim, you heard him. He's telling him play good, solid defense. Reggie knows full well if they're playing good, solid defense, good things will happen. They always do. They'll force turnovers and they'll get their easy baskets.
All right, the cheerleaders leave the floor after doing their routine, and we will begin the second quarter of play with East Brunswick out in front 14-3, and the Bears will inbounds. And as Firestone brings the ball up, let's see what we have here. Still a man-to-man, which makes it available for O'Neal to go one-on-one, and she puts it home.
Her 9th point of the night.
9 quick points, and she really can score at will, making it 16-3. Barons double-teamed. Loose ball, East Brunswick comes up with it. And the ball is pushed up by Whalen. Now she sets it up. Pass inside. Kohler goes right around her player. And Oshesky reaches over top, and they get the benefit. Let's see what we got here. I believe they're going to talk this over.
I'll tell you, Rita Saylor doesn't like it at all. And Stacy Kohler,
takes a shot in the nose.
I'll tell you, she's had a rough time. She's been hammered several times. Actually, a contact lens that actually fell out.
Okay, and she'll go to the locker room to have that taken care of. Pass out to O'Neal. Kicks it out to Oshesky. Attempts her first three, won't go. O'Neal, however, is up for the rebound and plants it home. She's got how many points, Phil?
11 points on the night.
11 points, and we only have 9 minutes going by in this game. Here come the Barons. Now the Barons are trapped. They get it around. That leaves Gokal open. And they convert it to make it 18-5. 6:50 to go in the first half of play. Inside to O'Neal. There she goes again. Honestly, Phil, they cannot stop her. Short of just hacking her arms off. O'Neal guards closely, and they're going to call her with a foul here. No, they're going to say she was forced out of bounds. And if it wasn't a foul, then the ball goes over to Woodbridge, over to East Brunswick.
You're right.
This is rapid fire right here. By the way, the score is 20-5. If I keep on repeating the score, I'm going to lose my voice. O'Neal goes up with it, but retrieves it, and they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow to Woodbridge.
O'Neal smartly going up, trying to draw the foul, and just tied up, and the Barons will take it. Again, full court pressure by the Bears.
And that's the only way to break it, is just to pass it ahead. Pakowski, there's a shot up. Won't go. Whalen, with a lot of speed, decides to pull it out. Firestone, three-point try. In and out. Ball's batted around, and they're going to tie it up, so East Brunswick will get it. Fairman will come back in. Gokal sits. Oshesky. O'Neal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, O'Neal, you're right. That's good.
15 points.
Here we go. Up ahead. Oshesky, though, is an able guarder. Whoops, double team. Double dribble, I should say. And we got a timeout on the floor.
And let's take a good look at Rita Saylor right now, and she called that timeout. Rita Saylor, she's been at Woodbridge for 11 seasons, Jim. And she says her team is getting better with every game. This is the first time they're in the red division, and probably a bad time for them to be coming to the red division. But she's happy with the progress of her players. Again, she had said at the top of the game, we must handle the ball against East Brunswick's pressure. They haven't been able to do that too well, Jim. But she knows she's building over there at Woodbridge, and she's passed things in perspective as far as her team.
All right. Okay, with that timeout, East Brunswick will inbounds the ball. They have a 22-5 lead. We are down to 5:40 left to go in the second quarter. You hear O'Neal shouting out instructions. Whalen to Oshesky, who has not scored, no, she has a deuce, I'm sorry. There's Jess. Won't go. Rebound. Fairman with the rebound, and this is Gladys. Bukowski to Fuchs. This pressure is just causing difficulty moving the ball around. Inside pass. Somehow, Gladys is able to get it off and makes the score 22-7. Pass to O'Neill, bounces off her hand. She recovers to Firestone. Olszewski, three-point try.
Yes.
Smack. 25-7. 4:35 left to go. Bukowski's going to let one go. Off the board, O'Neill with the rebound.
Good
looks
box
ahead.
out. Too strong.
Substitutions.
Okay, Fisher and Whalen come out, and Suchawicki and Kohler go back in.
And this has been a nucleus of 8 that has been used by Reggie in the first half. I'm sure we'll see other faces. Caught was number 15, Lisa Miller. They say it was out of bounds, so the Barons will inbounds. Stolen. Firestone ahead of the field. Nice bounce pass to Olszewski, who does the great move of putting her body into it, forcing the foul and making the shot.
Good control.
That's the type of thing that comes with natural ability and the endless hours of practice.
And I said Jessie Olszewski, when she was a freshman, will probably be the best basketball player ever to leave from East Brunswick. And she's still on track here.
She's doing well. You can believe that she is going to be one of the top. Certainly one of the top in New Jersey as far as being a college recruit next year.
I would think so.
Olszewski steals it, looks ahead of the field. Nice pass, tipped away by Woodbridge. Well, they say it went off Kohler.
I thought Kelly Futch got a hand on it. Number 30 for Woodbridge, apparently not.
Olszewski takes a rest. And with 3:35 left to go, it is 28-7 in favor of East Brunswick. Miller, double team. You know, God forbid if anybody stops dribbling for Woodbridge, because immediately there's 2 or 3 players surrounding her. Put up by Miller and is fouled by Baylog. Morgan with her first foul.
And Gocho will go to the line to shoot.
Oh, this is Gocho, I'm sorry.
Shoot 2.
Sinks the first.
Nice touch.
Leading scorer with 4 points. She has half of the points for Woodbridge. And the second rolls in as well, making it 28-9. Shot good.
Suchawicki.
It's a 2-pointer. 30-9. Shot up by, I believe that was Fuchs, doesn't go. Nice, good rebound. Miller takes it out.
I like the fact the officials are letting them play.
Sure. It's really the way to go, because if you keep on having these whistles,
You'd be called.
they will be here forever. They say it was off East Brunswick. few more substitutions. Got to get it in. Had trouble. And East Brunswick comes up with it. Morgan Baylock looking ahead. You know, every player is always looking ahead for East Brunswick. O'Neill given the opportunity.
Mercy.
Makes it 33-9, the three-pointer.
18 points for O'Neill.
First of the evening, however, that's a specialty for her. Bounce pass. Gladys inside, stolen. And here go the Bears. Great outlet pass to Baylog. Can't handle it, however. Who's got it? They say off Woodbridge. Firestone with it. She sets up for a three. Off the rim, however, Kohler comes up with it, and she's fouled underneath. So Stacy Kohler will go to the line.
Okay, and you see the official, Pam Burke, making the call. For those of you in East Brunswick, no, that's not Kevin Burke's wife, Pam. Just the same name.
Kohler with 2. She's 1 for 4 from the line. Misses. Excuse me. That was a 1-on-1. And if you want to look at anything that might be construed as being negative, East Brunswick has not been strong from the foul line tonight. Only, well, 5 for 10 actually. Shot is up and in.
I'll tell you, nice drive by Gochel.
She's really been the spark plug.
One bright spot for the Barons. She has 7 points at this juncture. 7 of the 11 points.
Foul charge to Megan O'Neill. Her first. 17th foul. And she'll try to complete the three-point play. Won't go. Score remains 33-11 in favor of East Brunswick. Minute 42 left. Firestone to Kohler. Drives, kicks it out. Somebody's open all the time here. They'll call a foul. Kohler will go to the line. And let's see if Stacy can make her foul shots this time.
And Kohler, again, quite an athlete, had to make a decision whether she wanted to play volleyball or soccer this year, and decide to stick with soccer. And of course, she's in everything in soccer, but also enjoyed playing volleyball her junior year.
All right, Stacy makes her first. We'll have another. It's 34-11 East Brunswick. And misses the second, so she is 2 for 7 from the line. Very uncharacteristic of Stacy Kohler. Here's the double team. They get her out and out. Gladys in the corner puts it up. In and out, won't go.
I'll tell you, halfway down.
And East Brunswick's breaking a player every time after the missed shot. Thought that she moved her pivot foot. They say no. Firestone drives to the basket.
And
good block by Gopal.
She called. I'm surprised they didn't call the foul, Jim. I thought she reached in there.
They're looking for somebody in inbounds at 2. O'Neill gets it. She's going to take it herself. Great move. Nope, they call travel.
I'll tell you. And the fans, you hear them moan because it was too pretty to take away.
Under a minute left to play. 34-11 is the score. Gokal was open on the give and go. Shot up by Fairman. Off the backboard, will not go. They reach over, and Bukowski is the one that comes up with it.
Hey.
Gets her first bucket. 34-13. Ahead of the field was such a wiki. However, she was too hard off the board. O'Neill drives, and what do we got here? Blocking foul called. And that being the 11th team foul, O'Neill will have 2 shots. Foul is charged to McCoskey. Her picks up her second. O'Neal shooting 2. He makes the first. Phil, honestly, I maintain that Megan O'Neal is the player I would like on the line in a crucial situation.
Just because of the pressure situations? Well,
she's been there before.
Well, she's a player. She's, like I said, she's been playing on the varsity level for 4 years, and she's a veteran and whatnot. And the thing about it, as you mentioned, multi-talented, can play underneath the boards when you need it, bang with anybody, and then she can come out and shoot that three-pointer as well. And, you know, Megan O'Neal, I remember seeing her as a small youngster at St. Bart's, and she's developed largely because of her father, Mike O'Neal, who's not only worked with her, but worked with an awful lot of youngsters at St. Bart's, and if we get a chance, I'll talk about that.
O'Neal with the second. Won't go. Kohler, however, with a strong rebound, puts it up and in. And Kohler now with 4 points, makes it 37-13, and there is 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. Gladys. To Miller. Miller drives back out to Gladys, who puts up a long shot off the rim, won't go. 1 second, and they won't get it off. And that's going to be not the final score. That is the score. I wish it was for Woodbridge's sake. The halftime score is 37 for East Brunswick, 13 for Woodbridge. And just a kind of a half we expected, Phil.
You're right. We knew it would be a tough game for Woodbridge. And the Bears are playing their game, the game that they have to play in order to get ready for the big game on Sunday.
Okay, and a lot of big games ahead. All right, right away we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with the foul shooting winners for the grammar schools girls. We'll be back after this. All right, we're back at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, halftime of the East Brunswick-Woodbridge game, where the Bears hold a 37-13 lead. And Mr. Hill, this is the grammar school girls.
Okay, and
you see them there. I recognize one name. Jacqueline Oshesky.
From Central School, Jessica Campbell.
All right.
And she is the champ. From Frost School, you got Erica Milkman.
Macris is not here, we understand.
Macris not here tonight, but she's still a champ.
Ruggiero.
Okay, Ruggiero. Michelle. And that's certainly a name we know. And all you have to do is look at her, and you can tell she's a family of Jesse.
And this is Emily Sapphire?
Right.
Okay.
Sapphire. And they're all champs. They've already won, Jim. And I don't know if they're going to do like the boys did the other night, go to the foul line anyway.
Well, Knoppenberger does not have a basketball, so I guess he's not going to have a...
Well, they're throwing
here we go.
out.
Okay, good. All right. I like Oshesky.
You're partial. And, of course, we won't remember who these girls are once they line up, Jim.
Yeah, sorry. I know this is Sapphire. That's going to shoot.
Okay.
She was the tallest.
Okay.
And I know what Oshesky is.
Okay.
All right, the pressure's on, as you say. And you could tell it was.
Well, like as I say all the time, this ball is by 5 times heavier than it normally is when the crowd is just sitting here watching you.
All right, Knoppenberger giving words of encouragement. Don't know why. Oh, says she can come up closer. Don't understand that.
Okay.
We have a running commentary here by John Emery.
And
all right, this is Oshesky here.
Okay.
Let's see if she has anywhere of the touch that her sister has. Oh yeah, she's got the form already. Absolutely. We knew that.
I'll tell you.
I believe this is Erica Milkman. All right.
Okay, and Jim, all these ladies are winners. They've already won the contest.
Right.
This was just an exhibition for the fans from the free throw line here, but all of them are champs tonight.
All right, let's take another break, and we'll be back with the second half right after this. Back here at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, and guess what? Our face in the crowd is starting to exit down the stands. Can you get him, Peter? There he is. Who we got, Phil?
Wow, that's Ryan Costantino. And, of course, he's going to Hoster, the quarterback for the Bears, a super kid, a fantastic baseball player, and we wish him the best of luck. And he walks out on us.
That's a grand exit. Okay, Woodbridge will inbound to begin the second half, trailing 37-13. Fortunately, East Brunswick's been able to use its regulars because the score has been somewhat competitive. And right away, they start off. Who is that?
That's number 20. That's,
I believe that was number 30, Phil.
okay, 30, Kelly.
That's Fuchs.
Right.
And she puts it away to make the score 37-15. 22-point lead for the Bears. Firestone.
And the third time is the charm. Firestone hits that three.
She lofts one up there and makes it 40-15. Fuchs dribbles to the right side. Harris inside to Bukowski. Up and over the top. Won't go. Gets a rebound.
And I'll tell you, I don't know what Rita Saylor said to them at halftime. It's early on, but they seem to be a lot more composed than they were all the first half there.
Well, there's definitely not the intimidation factor. Foul is on Whalen, her second.
And Kathy Bukowski, a soccer and softball player for the Barons. She had 8 points against Stevens on Tuesday.
Misses her first. And misses the second. Rebound strong by Kohler. Pushes it to O'Neill. Pass to Oshesky. Dribbles right around. Puts up the shot. Won't go, however. Kohler with the rebound won't go. Who's got it? Out to Firestone, to O'Neill, inside to Oshesky.
Good movement.
And there you go.
Good movement by the Bears.
Not too much you can do to stop that. 42-15 is the score. Oshesky with, I believe, 10 points. We're in the third quarter of play, 42-15 with 6:40 left to go. East Brunswick in its final regular season game of the year here at East Brunswick. Playing the Woodbridge Barrons. Phil mentioned that the next game is going to be 2 days from here. Pass, shot is up, won't go, in which East Brunswick will travel down to where, Egg Harbor Township?
Egg Harbor, which is basketball country, Sambata country down there.
Right.
Egg Harbor plays good basketball themselves, so if you're going to the game, you better get there early because you got to figure the Egg Harbor people will be there. The St. John Vinny people will be there as well, and people from around the state. It's going to be quite a game. Number 2 St. John Vianney against number 6 East Brunswick Bears. I don't know how you win 2 big games and then you fall one place, but that's what happened to the Bears in the Gannett poll this week.
Right. Bukowski misses on both foul shots, so the score remains 42-15. And they'll set up shop one more time. Kohler with a soft one. And that was good enough to roll in.
Stacy with 6 points.
And the score is 44-15. Harris left open for a moment. Won't go. Oshesky on the left side if she wants it. Nope. Boy, they go to the middle nice, don't they?
I'll tell you, Willing comes up the floor very nicely.
Firestone.
Good move.
Soft off the board. Her 5th point, and the score is 46-15. Fuchs won't go. Oshesky bounces it around. She gathers it in, gets around, is fouled, but they don't call it. O'Neill in the corner, passes it inside to Kohler, makes a nice move.
Good post move.
And we're almost ready for a timeout here, I would say. It's 48-15, 33-point margin. 5 minutes left to go in this quarter. East Brunswick in a 2-3 zone, Phil.
Relaxing the legs a little bit.
Yeah. Shot, and that's one of the first outside shots to go in by Harris. Makes the score 48-17. And they take their time. Running the offense here. Clears out the side for O'Neal. That's what that was all about.
Yeah,
Bukowski was caught with it.
And Megan O'Neal will go to the free throw line. 19 big first half points for Megan.
They were all gathered around the scoring table checking that out. East Brunswick does not have, you know, they don't score for average with their players because they substitute so freely. O'Neal makes the 20th point for her. That goes. She's 6 for 8 from the foul line, by the way. 50-17. Shot by Gladys doesn't go. Stolen by O'Neal. She's on the left side. Angles for the basket. And once more, we'll go to the foul line to shoot two. Now we have a timeout. By the way, that foul was on Fairman.
I think that's a 20-second timeout.
Yeah.
So let's listen to Reggie.
Okay.
Just try and remember in the future, she's going on a breakaway, you kick it into Learjet, you end up ahead of her. You'll be first and then just trail it. All right, good job. That's right, now. All right, Barons, 1, 2, 3, Barons.
Reggie Carney, 503 victories under his belt. Will get his 504th today, and Jim, that places him. There's only one coach, I think, Jeff Jasper of Pascack Valley, that has more active coach that has more victories than coaching the girls than Reggie Carney. So he's second in the state in the history of New Jersey right now.
You need to point out also that that includes his stint at Hoffman High School
course.
in South Amboy. O'Neal makes it. All right, so she's rattling up the points here. Won't go off the rim.
Kohler.
Follows up, and down with it comes Fairman, and she moves it ahead to Gladys. Substitutions for East Brunswick shortly. Long, excuse me, long cross-court pass. Off the rim, down with it comes Firestone. She hits to the middle, penetrates the left side to O'Neal, off the rim. Kohler with another strong rebound. She's been excellent tonight off the board. And it's 53-17 with 3:35 left to go in the third quarter. Gladys, let's go with 3.
Oh,
Okay,
I'll tell you, line drive.
it was, and it's good. 53-20. O'Neal, two-pointer, hits.
Oh.
And they're looking to see if she can pop 30, Phil.
She's well on her way.
What do you got so far?
24 for O'Neal.
All right. They're just laying back and letting them shoot from the outside if they so choose. Harris loses the handle, recovers. Inside to Fairman. Won't go. Rebound, Oshesky. Head of the field is Whalen. Takes it up, won't go. However, Kohler,
Who else?
has been there all night. And we want to call her a garbage man, but boy, I'll tell you what.
She's picking up everything.
Everything.
Stacy Kohler, 12 points.
57-20 is the score. 2:15 left to go in the third. Bounce pass off of Oshesky. Substitutions, let's see.
lot of them.
And O'Neal stays in. That's what I was looking for, Phil. I think Reggie's going to give Megan a chance to get her 30.
Well, Megan is getting some notoriety. Again, player of the week for the Star Ledger, and he wants to make sure they keep an eye on her. She deserves acclaim for all she's done for East Brunswick over the years, and this is a good time to keep her name in the news.
Shot follow-up there by number 33. And that was Markowitz, makes the score 57-22. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. O'Neal, oh, she's posting up now, Phil.
Lefty hook.
Here we go.
Lefty hook.
All right, that's the strategy.
Well, I think they're going for the big 3-0.
Yes, indeed.
Or who knows?
Go Cal.
And she's tied her season high of 26 points.
Double team. Miller. Shot up by number 24. Who's that? Jen Frick. Okay. O'Neal to the hoop.
Ooh.
Won't go.
Too far under. I thought she was hacked. And Reggie's laughing. They're having a lot of fun there.
Oh, yeah. 30 will look good in the paper tomorrow.
Well, I think they just want a new season high. Anything past that will be that.
We still have a whole quarter to play. Shot off. Won't go. Firestone, they battle, and they say off Woodbridge.
I tell you, when it rains, it pours.
So with 38 seconds, you can just put the camera right on Megan O'Neal, guys. And we will see what happens. And there's the post up. That's Bukowski, I believe. No, number 33 is Markowitz going against O'Neal. They were looking for it there.
They wanted her to take the 3.
But she's going to go for the easy 2.
Oh, as she gets 3, perhaps the old-fashioned way. Mercy.
All right, having a little fun here, guys.
I'll tell you, new season high for Megan O'Neal. Her 28th point. She'll go to the line to try to pick up her 29th the old-fashioned way. And you see the people, the fans in the stands behind her all the way.
Markowitz on the foul. Megan O'Neal to the line. You'll hear a roar if she makes this. Oh,
the pressure. And she just laughs at herself, Jim. She laughs at herself.
And nice thing to do.
I'll tell you.
21 seconds left to go. I wonder if they'll hold for one here. 61-22, in case anybody's counting. Miller puts it up. That means East Brunswick will, off the board. 6 seconds left to go. Here we go. Firestone puts it up. No, she tried to get it to O'Neal.
All right.
It just ran out of time. Okay, so after the end of 3 quarters of play, the score is East Brunswick 61 and Woodbridge 24.
And maybe we can keep the spotlight on this, on the cheerleaders here.
Okay.
Jim, I tell you, the Bears are having fun, and they should have fun. As a matter of fact, when you think about it, this could be one of the more fun years for the Bears, because going down to St. John Vianney's, not only do they play against Reggie Carney's buddy, Nick Russo, but Bill Bowman, who called Reggie Carney, said he's the master and so forth.
Now, who's Bill Bowman?
Bill Bowman's the former coach of St. John Vianney.
Okay.
And he idolizes Reggie Carney, and the man has 200-something victories himself. But also for the girls, Sandy Hafner of Milltown.
Sandy Hefner.
Playing for
St. John.
St. John Vianney, and these girls all play together at St. Bart's. So just to have the opportunity, they don't have to worry about what would or could have happened. They're going to get the opportunity to talk about it next summer when we met on the court. So It's got to be a fun time for them.
All right, so you see O'Neal on the court to begin this 4th quarter. She's got 28 or 29?
She has
28. Well, you add it up. We'll watch the action here.
28.
All right, she needs 2 points, and I would think after that she'll be exiting the game. But this is really turning into a fun evening. Megan O'Neill, every time she touches the ball, she gets a reaction. Now look, there she's got it now.
The lefty
Turns around, won't go.
She's pressing.
Yeah.
I think the fans want to see her pop it from the outside.
Movement by Woodbridge. Fuchs. Inside, that's Pekovsky. Outside, that's shot up. Won't go. O'Neill down with the board. She takes it herself. She's in the middle. Nice bounce pass.
I'll tell you.
Unselfishly to Firestone, but they're going to set it up. There she is.
She's triple teamed.
Moves it up.
And still puts it down. 30 points.
There it is, 30 points.
And they're bringing her out in a game of this 30. I don't know if that's a milestone of some sort or what.
I have no idea, but they call timeout.
Apparently so. And here comes the balloons, Jim. Balloons and flowers and whatnot. So,
well, they're going to have to turn this around because
that's 1,000 points for Megan O'Neill.
And, you know, I have to confess I was not aware of this, but the 30 points was also the 1,000th point. And they parade around, and it is just a wonderful moment.
At this time, I would like to congratulate Megan O'Neill for scoring her 1,000th point.
I'll tell you.
Congratulations, Megan.
And again, what a big day for Megan O'Neill. The day that she's named in the newspaper as the player of the week for the state's top newspaper. There's her parents there. And I talked about Mike O'Neill before. Mike O'Neill probably does as much for East Brunswick basketball on the lower levels, not just East Brunswick, but also for Central Jersey there. You're talking about not just Sandy Hafner at St. John Vianney, but Beth Dickinson at Spotswood as well, which Mike O'Neill is partially responsible for. But it's Megan O'Neill's night tonight. 1,000 points, Jim.
Well, they call a timeout on that. And you know, Megan's a little emotional right now.
And why shouldn't she be? And the stands give her a standing ovation.
And she remains in the game. All right, you know, it's kind of good that she got that out of the way tonight, so she can just focus on the basketball
I think you're right.
for the rest of the year. Meanwhile, the score is 63-24 with 7 minutes left to go in the game. And we have another 7 minutes to play here. And now you're starting to see some wholesale substitutions for the Bears. Stolen away by Suchawicki, bounce pass to O'Neill. Loses the handle, probably from sweat.
And she's coming out. She's coming out, I gotta believe.
And there you go.
And they give her a hand again.
Okay.
A well-deserved hand.
All right. Inside it goes. Now it's out. Shot up by Frett. Won't go. Fairman with the rebound. Puts it up, and she's fouled. And who are they going to call that on? That is the first on Lauren Hendricks, who is in the game. I believe Lauren Genovese is also in Phil. Won't go by Fairman.
And wholesale substitutions for the Barons right now.
Another shot by Fairman. All right. Phil, I got to tell you something.
What's that?
30. Who would have expected 30 points tonight? They must have had to scribble that sign up pretty quick to get that thing ready, huh?
Or maybe they knew she was on. They knew she'd get it.
All right. Shot no good. They call it travel. Balloons were here. Everything was ready.
They were ready.
I think they had a delivery service. Up by Fairman. Hits. All right. She gets her fourth point. Score is 63-26. Genovese with it. Kelly Suchawicki. Shot up by Hendricks, won't go. And that was put in by Genovese, making it 65-26. Miller drives in, puts it up nice and softly in. 65-28. Genovese off the board, won't go, tapped around, and ball is retained by East Brunswick. Phil, may I add that this was a very well officiated game tonight?
When we don't talk about the officials too much, you're right. First of all, they let them play, which was a good sign, but we haven't mentioned the officials a whole lot, so you're right.
And it's a pleasure to do that. Shot up. Won't go. Ahead of the field is Suchawicki, guarded by Miller, takes it to the hoop anyway. Won't go, and Harris comes down with the rebound. Kicks it outside to Gokal. Fairman to the board, a little strong. Rebound, however, does go in. And that was Gladys. 65-30. They tried to work the back door, it didn't go. Suchawicki to Baylog. Fisher, they're going to call a travel.
That step.
We talked about the girls sectional tournament. This Sunday is when they're going to pick the GMC seeds. And without doubt, East Brunswick will get the top seed regardless of what happens in the St. John Vianney game. In the boys tournament, by the way, should mention that the Bears, that does not go, have been awarded the 5th seed in Central Jersey Group 4. That shot is good by Harris, making it 65-32. East Brunswick's first action will be at South Brunswick, which has been awarded the 4th seed. So it'll be East Brunswick at South Brunswick on March 4th. The same evening, the girls host the winner of Edison and Piscataway at this gymnasium.
Okay.
That shot goes awry. 65-32, 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the game. Shot will not go, and the follow-up by Fairman does. 65-34. Baylog doesn't make it. Ball's all over the place. Won't go. Here comes Suchawicki. Baylog off the rim. All right. We're going back and forth here.
Okay. Fisher comes down with the rebound. And here's Suchawicki driving. Ooh. Suchawicki driving hard, and she's fouled.
All right, we're down to 1:48 left. And to the line is Kelly Suchawicki. Here comes some more substitutions, Phil. Movement around.
She traveled, no call.
Yep. And they're just, shot is good by Frick. Makes it 65-36. And a 20-second timeout called. Let's see. And I guess they're providing the opportunity for some of the players to leave the game.
But it's been a momentous night tonight, Jim.
And we'd like you to stay tuned because immediately after this game, we're going to get a couple of moments with Megan O'Neill, I understand.
Okay.
So we'll have to, you and I will get an opportunity to ask maybe a question or two.
Okay.
All right. Down to about 1:10 left to go in the game.
Okay, Mariski in.
Now we got a whistle.
Lauren Hendricks in.
You know, I look up at the scoreboard and there's only four, well, that's the 15th foul, so we're not even close to a 1-on-1 situation.
And Maura Kirby in as well.
Shot up and good. And that was in by who, Phil?
I believe Mariski.
All right. Or it could be Kirby. Whatever, it's 67-36. Foul called.
Melissa Dudra in as well. And Lauren Genovese. And all of those are names that you'll hear from in the future.
First one will not go. Bounds around. Who's got it? All right, that's Genovese. Inside to Kirby. Tie up. This last minute's taken forever.
Forever. 24 seconds left.
Shot won't go. 4 seconds. 2, 1. And that'll do it. Final score, East Brunswick winning 67-38 over Woodbridge, bringing their record up to 16-2, Phil.
And I'll tell you the story of the night, of course, is Megan O'Neill reaching 1,000 point for her career with a 30-point performance as the Bears go 16-2.
All right, so let's take a short break, and we will be back with Megan O'Neill right after this. All right, we are back here at East Brunswick High School where the Bears, the Lady Bears, have just beaten Woodbridge. You got to write this down because they put the score off the board so quick, Bill. 67-38, and with us is Megan O'Neill. And Megan, your 1,000th point tonight. You also scored 30. What did they do? Go out and order those balloons and everything? Did you expect 30 points tonight?
I didn't really expect to get it tonight. I thought I would probably get in like the next game or something, but I'm really excited about it. It's a great feeling, and I just want to thank all my teammates and everything for making this all happen so nicely, and I appreciate it.
And team is what this has been all about this year for this team. There's a lot more to accomplish. You have a lot of tough games going ahead, but this team has been able to remain focused, hasn't it?
Yes, we're really pulling together now. This whole year we've been getting along great, and we're really excited about the rest of the season, and we're really excited about tonight, our senior night, and 1,000th point. It just feels great, and everyone seems like they're happy and smiling. No one can stop smiling. It's just a great thing.
One thing I'd like to ask you, you did choose Columbia University. Will you continue to play basketball at Columbia?
Yeah, I'm definitely playing at Columbia next year, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, Phil, you have any questions?
Megan, this has probably got to be one of your biggest days for you. 30 points tonight, your 1,000th point for your career. North Star Ledger had you as player of the week.
Yep.
And on Sunday, you're going down to play against a good friend, Sandy Hafner, St. John Vianney. So this whole week's got to be one of the big weeks in your life.
Yes, it is. I'm very excited. This week is coming towards the end of the season, the regular season, and it's like a huge week for our team playing St. John Vianney on Sunday and my 1,000th point, and then I got player of the week, so everyone's just congratulating me everywhere. It feels great.
Do you realize that if things go right in the county tournament, that you could run into Spotswood, and Beth Dickinson has to be a friend of yours as well?
Yes, Beth is one of our close friends on our whole team, and yeah, we're looking forward. If we run into them, that's great. We would love to play them, but she's a great player, so that will challenge our team.
Okay. Megan, congratulations on not only a super night, but a super career.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Megan, thank you very, very much. All right, that's going to do it this evening from East Brunswick High School Gymnasium. The Bears running their record up to 16-2 with the 67-38 win. And that'll do it for the evening. For Phil Hill and for Megan O'Neill, this is Jimmy Allinder saying thanks for being with us.